We need to talk briefly about Harry because this man is not well. I was watching this video. This is gonna be really quick before we move on to that movie that I want to analyze. None of you should be here. He was saying that Prince Harry has joined British families in Los Angeles who say their children died after using social media, and that is tragic. That is something that I've always found tragic, that teens right now are so into TikTok, so into Instagram, that they tend to lose this contact with real life. And yeah, this can lead to actual consequences. This is not something to joke about. It's something that actually happens. And there's so many tragic ways to lose your sons and daughters. And this is a really tragic way. This should be stopped. And that's why I tell you, you should make sure that your kids and teens are not on social media. That's not something that you will be able to monitor. The only winning move is not to play. There's no way around that. But Harry was in this as a landmark court case in the United States accusing Instagram and YouTube of creating addiction machines. There's a court case right now against Instagram. That you know that Instagram comes from Meta, owned by Mark Zuckerberg, the same owner of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. He owns the whole thing. And it was discovered a long time ago, these documents in which they exposed that they were trying to make these platforms as addictive as possible. And of course, Facebook is maybe more of a boomer thing, okay? But Instagram is specially engineered to cause addiction. And I don't know how can they pretend that this is not something that they strive for. So this is what Harry was standing against. And Harry is standing for something that is actually right. So Harry's doing something that is right, we would say. But the problem is that you know that these morons always try to jump in any bandwagon to make it about themselves. Prince Harry on brink of tears as he makes low-key outing. None of you should be here. I mean, that is not a good choice of words. I can understand that none of you should be here, as in none of your children should have died in the first place. But again, it's not the best choice of words. He appeared to be on the verge of tears as he joined British families who claimed their children died after using social media at a low-key outing in Los Angeles. The Duke of Sussex appeared emotional as he told bereaved parents on Wednesday that none of you should be here and praised them for telling your stories over and over again as a landmark trial in, again, poor wording. This guy, this is not what this guy was. He was not born for this. He was born to be despair, to just wave and smile, and that's it. But the words, the sentiment is there. The words are horrendous. And praise them for telling your stories over and over again, as in, okay, I'm tired of your stories already. As a landmark trial in Los Angeles will examine whether tech giants like Meta, Instagram, and YouTube had caused damage to young people's health. It comes as Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, released a powerful statement today about accountability and children's safety online ahead of the trial. Again, I am not against Harry and Meghan doing that. I am against them doing this about themselves, and especially Harry. It seems that he has absolutely no idea where he is standing right now. Let's watch the clip, which is, let's say, crazy enough, and take a look at his gestures. This is going to be a blend between the Royal Rogue and the bottle language guy.
None of you should be here. So, thank you for doing everything that you've done. Thank you for telling your stories over and over again. Truth, justice, and accountability. Those are the three things that will come from this.
Okay, my first impression is that where was this? Because it was like they gather, they just pull up a table and some chairs and somewhere. because of the noise, and because there's this lady here that she couldn't care less that Harry is next to her. I would be stoked. I would be stoked. Harry in there. I need to take a picture with Harry. I told you many times. If I see Meghan, if I stumble upon Meghan, I will take a picture with Meghan 100%. I hope that she recognizes me. And yeah, I've been making hundreds of videos about you, Meghan. But no, this lady was chilling and not caring at all. Did you see that there was all that noise? And Harry's movements, and especially his facial expression, this is a bit weird because the left side of his face, which is the most expressive side of our faces, was emotional, but the other one was pretty much neutral. Okay, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. The problem that I see is that he looks more uncomfortable than touched. If we see let's watch this without listening to his words or the noise. Let's watch this without sound. You see this? And he notice how he crosses. You can't see that, but he crosses one leg in front of the other just by the movement of his hips. There he crosses his legs. He keeps, it's a very protective gesture. He puts one leg in front of the other. He keeps covering his belly. He's very protective. He's very defensive at that moment. I don't think that it was because he was, again, this is not the body language of somebody who feels touched because of this. I think it's somebody who is more like uncomfortable than anything else. I'm being watched, I'm being filmed. He tries to emphasize this. And he keeps, okay. And he almost kept that hand on top of his belly the whole time. That is a protective gesture. And then he began to, what was he enumerating there? Let's watch.
Justice and accountability. Truth, justice, and accountability.
This is about truth, justice, and accountability. He's not wrong. I think that I agree with Harry in this one. I have to be fair. But again, this is maybe not the best way. I don't know if they wanted to portray him this way to put it in like kind of a natural setting or something. Okay, look at him. Here's just we would need more pictures. Why is he at a bar? Yeah, it looks like a bar. It doesn't look like a restaurant. Booze store. A booze store, un botequín, como diríamos en Venezuela. Yeah, a booze store. But okay, I guess that was the place of the meeting. That was a bit odd. I mean, again, the message is sound. The messenger, not as much. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love.